When life turns into a comedy sketch and you and your car are the main stars.
All right, hurry up, get off that tire. That's good. Help! Help!
When you decide to test out a slope, but the slope has other plans and tests your stress resistance instead.
Oh, ไม่ชอบ
เรียบร้อยครับผมมาแล้วโอ้ยเนาะโอ้ยเนาะรถก็จอดทะเลซอยเนาะโอ้ยเนาะพังหัวมันรถ
With these fireworks, the whole neighborhood is definitely feeling the Christmas spirit.
Leva a ponte! Caralho! Nossa senhora! Puta que pariu!
It's pretty obvious that this job isn't suited for people who tend to drop everything. If someone nearby starts filming, it's probably because you're having a bad day. This is Murphy's Law in action. Things never just fall. They do it when and where you least want them to.
Je l'ai. Ah, belle merde, hein.
Looks like the universe is telling them to take a break. If his goal was to set up an automatic watering system, then he absolutely nailed it.
¿Lo estoy grabando? Uy.
Diablo, esa sí que se escuchó. Esa sí que sí.
Well, at least it wasn't a truck full of, you know.
No, lille puff.
Bájate. Se cayó.
Well, the good news is that anything that could fall has already hit the ground, so no need to feel too bad.
Bikin jari. Tolong anda. Ayo tolong anda.
Drivers are confused. Should they hit the brakes or start clapping? to tell when it's time to take a break. If you can't do a job perfectly, at least have some fun with it. Sometimes you might even manage to do both. How to expertly turn one problem into two. Look on the bright side. At least they won't need as much concrete now. If there was an award for the most epic fail, the captain of this ship would definitely take home the gold. When the most important part of your job is making a grand entrance and a dramatic exit.
You've got to be me.
Check out how the British police found a way to cheer up pedestrians.
So funny. That is ace. That's why women should drive. Oh, that's ace. Look at that. You got to leak, love. Can't park there, mate.
When you try to spice up your workday with some special effects, but your coworkers just don't get it.
Holy
Let's hope their nerves are stronger than this. They don't need to rush because they have attained Zen. A workday straight out of Mission Impossible. Who said work has to be boring?
Звоните в аварийную службу, все.
Чё смешного?
А что ты сделаешь? Горячая.
Откуда там губа?
Открой его.
You know, you could have just used the light switch if you wanted to turn off the lights.
Espérame. Espérame. Estúpido, espérame. Saqué todo mi plata. Espérame. Espérame. Estúpido, espérame. Saqué todo mi plata. Aquí, la concha de tu madre ahora.
Neighbors from Hell, Workplace Edition.
Lavando la moladora. Seguro que se lava así. No sé, me dijeron lavar la moladora.
let's take a moment to remember the equipment that was sadly lost in the making of this video. This video is definitely going to be remembered in the history of this factory. The important thing is to keep your spirits up even when everything around you is going down. This driver kicked off his morning with a coffee when he really should have started with the instruction manual for this machine. When you take the phrase, "I need a shock-proof case," way too literally. Modern problems require modern solutions. Buddy, I think you might need a ride, or at least a couple of wheels. His job here is done.
Saya sudah cakap malam mau tidur adik, tak mau main phone. Saya hari-hari cakap ya orang malam mau tidur, tak mau phone main. Tengok apa sudah jadi.
Setting a new record, 2 mess-ups in just 1 second.
Main susah lah macam ni.
At first, this mechanic did take a few years off his apprentice's life, but as we all know, laughter is the best medicine. So in the end, they both came out even.
There's no way. He said, let's change our tie rod. What the is this? How? I was just in this car. What the
What?
Bro!
Esta mierda, yo lo veo. Esos son mis últimos respetos que me dejan a mi papá panadero, una mierda, yo no sigo más. Yo no sigo más.
Something went wrong, but who knows what?
Arrepiéntese. Me arrepiento de todo lo que he hecho, me está cobrando por esta mierda. No, yo no más, ya no más.